guys already know this the main one tapping in all the way from H-Town, Houston, Texas. I'm here with my boy T.A.G.
T.A.G.
T.A.G, very nice, very evil.
Well, that's tag shit.
The only thing we're gonna do is take over, baby.
Free fall as I dive through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
What it is, what it was, and what it do, IWC. It is your boys from T.A.G, two-time, two-belt ScooterRay. More on that later. And that, I ain't gonna do him like that. And that man to my right, Lip Dizzle. As of now, you have us two, aka the best frenemies forever. And if you're new here to tag me in, aka TMI, is where we go over the good, bad, the ugly, and anything in between. And this has been an interesting week for the IWC. It's been an interesting week.
It has.
Before we really get started, do you want to go through it chronologically, going from Friday all the way to yesterday, or do you want to just bounce around and start with the ugly first, and then we just go from there? How you want to approach this episode?
I'm gonna start with my ugly. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna congratulate you. You know,
Yes.
throughout all my criticism, especially the initial time, the very first time that you passed up my longest reign. I said that which it's valid.
It was very valid.
I didn't want to give it to you because you didn't necessarily defend, but you made up for it with this one. You defended two belts simultaneously, and you ran the gauntlet. So even throughout all my criticism, congratulations.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. And more on that later towards the end of the show. So stick around because I may drop a surprise for some people who may not think they're gonna see things coming. But also that beautiful, handsome human being, the heartthrob.
Audio issue. Hold on.
There you go. There you go. Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic. But
Good. What's good?
you know what? We're gonna just chronologize everything from Friday all the way to yesterday, because then we can just talk about some of the bad in
Put it
between.
all out.
But all right, so Friday, the main highlights from SmackDown mainly was Drew McIntyre quit the company.
I mean,
Drew McIntyre, he was pretty much just upset. He was pretty much over it, because he was like, Cody got the shot, and then all this comes out. Then Jacob Fatu comes out and pretty much was like, hey, I'm here to get in your face, big dog. And then Drew was like, hey, Jacob, you ain't even got to worry about all of that because I'm out. I quit. And it was like, okay, well then. So later on, when we had Trick Willie taking on Jacob Fatu, the man who magically quit showed up and cost Jacob Fatu the match. So I guess seemingly we're building up to Drew Jacob WrestleMania. Jay Cargill took on.
Cool
my bad. Go ahead.
My bad. Because I didn't watch SmackDown.
No, go ahead.
Cool little head fake, but damn. Like when I first heard that, I was like, dang, is this like IRL or is this some kayfabe? And then you kept talking and see that it's kayfabe. But even then, like to come back in there and be like, if I'm quitting, I'm taking you with me.
So, and Aldis pretty much said later on that he's going to address Drew in this situation. But yeah, so we also had Jay Cargill pretty much beating Meechin. And then, more interactions between Jade and Rhea. You know, when Jade called out Rhea pretty much came in and was like, "What's up?" And Jade was like, "Nah, I'm good." So they're trying to give us a story, and they're trying to give us reasons to truly care about this match, other than the fact that we love Rhea Ripley and we love Jade Cargill, but it really should have been Jade and Charlotte. I'm gonna keep feeling that way.
Don't take any innuendos out of this, but damn, Jade got like a fresh pump right there with the arm. It's looking swole right there. Anyway,
but
yeah,
the real reason to tune in from SmackDown was the contract signing between Randy Orton and Cody. And Randy was saying, Cody, this was supposed to be easy because this was supposed to be Drew. This was supposed to be Drew. It wasn't supposed to be you, this, that, and the third. And Cody was like, hey, I understand. I get it. I know you want the title. I know you want to be, I know you want your 15 reign. I know you're going to pretty much do anything to get it. But just know when it's all said and done, I still love you. And Randall proceeded to just beat the shit out of Cody. Like,
I saw that on
absolute. Yeah,
I forgot I saw that on social media.
Out of Cody Raheem Rhodes, bloodied him up and everything. Like,
nah, he took the Raheem out. We're in March, bro.
True. So, but yeah, he beat the Raheem.
Randy took the Raheem. He beat the Raheem out of him.
But yeah, he pretty much disrespected Cody. He sat there in the ring. They didn't have the image, but he did sit there in the ring with the championship, blood smeared and everything. And it was like, all right, well, Randy's serious. So I guess with that being said, go ahead.
Calling a quick buck a buck here. He didn't only, he insulted the fuck out of Cody, but then he definitely took like a random shot at Drew because he said this was supposed to be easy. This was supposed to be Drew.
Yes, it was supposed to be Drew. So with that being said, gentlemen, did they officially drum up interest with this match? And do you think the right person turned heel in this situation?
I'd have preferred Cody to live up to the Raheem side and, go to that heel finally. But I see he wants to do the Cena route. But shit, I'm always going to be down to see Cody Rhodes be the heel because we're all like waiting for it.
Yeah.
For Randy to do this, it's not that I want to say it's not out of no, it's not that I want to say that it's some typical Randy stuff, but we've seen Randy take some drastic heel turns prior.
Yes, we have. The man was a terror in 09. So what you up there thinking, Dizzle?
I'm glad you had those two images back to back because this shows two problems with SmackDown right now.
Okay.
Ooh, the analytics.
One with Jade. When we were talking about the whole Charlotte and Rhea thing, this made me realize that there's not that many.
Let me go back to it.
Baby faces in the women's division on SmackDown. And how they're trying to fast track all this stuff with Jade now with her having these defenses like with Meechin right now. Because who else would she have defended that title against? I mean, outside of a Charlotte, Bliss, with just within SmackDown up until this point.
If we're talking about just faces, just Charlotte and Bliss.
Yeah, and then and of course you got B-Fab and Meechin, who she would beat.
Yeah.
Personally, and this is, I'm just going to do a quick little scenario with this situation. I think they really should have just brought up NXT talent temporarily, like a Sol Ruka, wow, Jada Parker. Well, I'm just blanking on all these fucking names. They could have brought them up for like a real quick, shit here, and then have them go up against Jade, because they wouldn't lose anything by losing to Jade in a title match. But that just could have helped Jade immensely with her working with that.
Jade never hit NXT though, so like her
them coming up to SmackDown just
Right.
for her to run the gauntlet would have been fine.
Would you just drum up a little beef on that, or on camera?
She could have easily gone down to SmackDown, just story, because she's a heel. You can easily just do anything
you can't
with
just
her.
jump down to NXT. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, running shit.
To be fair, let's jump to the other company. Kevin Knight did just randomly get a title shot versus MJF.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong.
So this was kind of on to something. They could have just had Jade running the gauntlet to make her. Jordan Grace. We forgot about Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace as well.
But he's right. Jade could have just been running the gauntlet on some women, and then that way it would have been, one, solidifying Jade, and two, it kind of would have gave that notion of, hey, be on the lookout for Sol Ruka, be on the lookout for Jada Parker, be on the lookout for they could have did Kendall Gray. They could have
had her you could have had her take up airtime on Tuesdays, be like, look, I'm running an open shot. I want to see what the new talent's about. So if you think you can take my belt, come on.
And even if they didn't want to do NXT talent because they want to protect them, you have the fucking deals with TNA and AAA.
Absolutely.
You could have easily squashed talent. But I digress. Here's my defense for Charlotte. I like Charlotte.
This man.
I like Charlotte in the tag division. Charlotte has grown on me more and more within this instance, to where there is a bit of me that wants to see her in the women's title picture again, because they've allowed this shit to breathe. And she switched up her attire. She looking kind of good. I ain't gonna lie, but that's besides the point. Now, with the Cody and Randy situation, I have been vehemently on board with Cody turning heel. However, they have not built up anybody to take Cody's place as the main face on SmackDown, or just in WWE period. You dropped the ball with the LA Knight on SmackDown. You haven't built up Jacob Fatu enough. Trick Williams can't be a face right now because he's
doing some weird shit. They're doing some weird shit with Sami Zayn,
and Sami Zayn can't necessarily do it right now because of the fact that they just. And I blame WWE for this. It just seems like they're stopping with him. Like they just can't fully get behind him. I don't know what the reason is, or just what. Shinsuke Nakamura is fucking dog water right now.
Unfortunately.
R.I.P.
And the only thing that you could possibly do is bring somebody from Raw over to SmackDown, like they're doing with Rhea, but as a permanent solution. But then you would have to build somebody up for that. Which is why they should have been building up Finn Balor or a fucking Chad Gable this entire fucking time. But again, I digress. So
Grande Americana.
If you can't turn Cody heel because you don't have anybody to replace him, then your best bet is to go ahead and switch it to Randy, which makes a lot of fucking sense. Now,
it does.
Does he win at Mania? I don't know. That's the question. I don't fucking know.
So this is going to be my issue, and this could maybe be a me thing.
Mm-hmm.
If Cody loses at Mania, it's going to kind of start turning to this weird thing for Cody of, we want to see him win the belt, but damn, can you keep that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, we watched you for 2 years wanting to go finish the story. You got it. You lost it to Cena. Okay. You got it back. Lost it to Drew. You got it back. Now we got to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, damn, can you keep this motherfucker, Cody? Like shit. So I don't know.
He always,
don't know.
but if he ever keeps it, then he'll never have a story to finish.
Right? Right? Cody is the most chapter writing ass person I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, so that was pretty much the big ta-da on SmackDown, and kind of more on the Randy Orton situation when we get to Monday Night Raw. Saturday Collision, it was pretty much the build up towards Revolution, and I don't remember the match order, so I'm gonna just start throwing up matches
before we immediately jump into AEW. I will say that as far as this feud between Randy and Cody's going, I do appreciate, because I've heard that story too many times, of Cody talking about Randy Orton in the bathroom. Are y'all familiar with it?
Yeah.
Lip, I feel like is. Scoot, you?
I think so.
He just went, "Hey, Code, watch this,"
so
and tore off a whole urinal. But yeah, just the fact that they've known each other like for that damn long and have that kind of kinship with each other. Yeah, it's, if anybody's going to be going against Cody for this belt, I'm liking
it
that.
should be Randall. Okay.
I feel like that.
I'm not mad at it. Yeah.
I'm never going to be mad
so
at this.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Lip. Go ahead.
No, I'm so, because I didn't even answer Scoot's question. Yes, this has drummed up interest.
Oh
yeah.
Shit, I didn't either. All I said was that if it was going to be anybody, am I interested? Yeah. I mean, once we get to Mania night, yeah, I'll be interested in the victor.
This right now, after, and I know we'll get into it later on, but after what happened on Monday, this right now is the top feud going into Mania right now. So
okay,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and we will talk about that duality between the two male championship matches. But this past Sunday, AEW Revolution. This pay-per-view boasted a total of 13 matches, 3 on the pre-show and 10 on the main card. And I forgot to pull up one, but Willow defended her TBS championship against Lena Cross. Willow retained. More on that situation later. More on this gentleman later. Of course, if the graphic pops up, it may not. It looks like it's not. But they did have a 21-man battle royal. They had a 21-man battle royal for the AEW National Championship. AEW to me is confusing with these damn. There you go. AEW is confusing to me with these damn battle royals, because you had all the men outside the ring not wanting to get in the ring. Then you had multiple men ducking under the ropes, which we've seen before. That's nothing new. But then it was at random times they was like, "Nah, I'm gonna take myself out the match and chill." And it was like, what are we doing here? But Ricochet defended his national championship. Ultimately, Jack Perry was the winner, and now I don't care about that championship anymore. What are your gentlemen's thoughts on the Battle Royal and our new national champion?
To not exactly oppose what you're saying here, but this is just an evolution of time and learning the rules and the loopholes on things. Like, oh, you get knocked over the top rope, you're out. But if you go under, after we've had a couple of dramatic finishes where somebody's like, "Oh no, why are their feet on the ground?" Oh, they went under the ring. I was like, oh, okay. Like, you're gonna start taking it. This is just that generation of people that are just full on taking advantage of that ruling. And until like they change that shit up, or something happens to where they come up with some other freaking event where that's also illegal, then yeah, why not exploit that? Especially if they're the heel.
Yeah.
As far as Jack Perry doing this, I mean, it's the guy. Go ahead.
No. And I'm gonna say this. I knew Jack was gonna win the championship at some point. I didn't want it to be this way.
No,
I would rather it had been a legit one-on-one match between them two. Because I mean, they had him and Jack feuding now for a solid like 2 months. I just wish if he was going to win it, let him win it in a legit match rather than a battle royal. But all right, I'll let y'all go ahead again.
No, I think this was a stupid way to try to protect Ricochet from not like technically being beat, I guess. But I mean,
why? You know what?
I'll
ask the question.
And I'm with you, Scoot. Yeah. I'm with you. And I don't know what they were, because the thing is, the what's the other one where they got the when they do the shit Casino Battle Royale.
Casino Battle Royale. Yeah,
I can't stand that because that shit doesn't make any sense. This seemed like it was one of those reverse battle royals. Which I've always thought those were stupid, starting outside the ring, then inside the ring, then back outside the ring.
Right.
Because the first time, and sorry for the people at home for my little backstory, the first time that I was introduced to this, because I refereed for Texas All-Star Wrestling, and the first match I refereed was a reverse battle royal, and I learned the rules that night.
Damn.
Shit still makes no sense to me.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's fucking stupid. So with AEW, I'm with you, Scoot, when it comes to these battle royals, because the shit, it seems like they're just throwing shit at the wall to be like, okay, well, let's try this. All right, this shit didn't work. Let's try this. Just do a regular fucking battle royal. We know how this shit works.
Just do a regular battle royal.
It's not like anybody's gonna be like, oh, well, you're copying. Like, what the fuck?
Just do a regular battle royal. You are 1,000% correct. All right, let's get to the main show, because I looked up AEW and then I saw how the match card went. So so this match did bleed into the main show. I guess this is going to be AEW's thing now, that some of these pre-show matches are going to bleed into the main card. But the start of this card was for the AEW Tag Team Championships of FTR taking on the Young Bucks. And I dubbed this match, fuck them kids.
Hey.
Fuck them kids and fuck them and fuck your family. That's what this match was. Fuck them kids.
Did you hear that?
And fuck your family. FTR, I mean, of course, FTR retained. FTR did not give a fuck that Matt and Nick Jackson had their Young Bucks out there with them, dressed in full Young Bucks regalia and nothing. Fuck them kids and fuck your family, because we retaining them belts. Now, the only reason why I picked FTR, because I figured that was going to be the ending with Cope and Cage returning. That's the only reason why I picked FTR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
if it wasn't for the fact I had Cope and Cage returning, I would have sided with y'all by picking the Bucks, especially with them being in LA.
Well, and so now that's why I did pick them. Because they were in LA.
Them coming out in this quick sidebar. Sorry, them coming out in the Celtics gear was hilarious. Anyway,
yeah, that the reason why I picked the Bucks, and this is technically a praise to AEW, because I wish WWE would probably do some shit like this. They made me forget, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on with Cope and Cage.
Yeah,
because it seemed like the story was just forgotten, because we hadn't heard anything, and it wasn't until I forgot, maybe it was Tony Schiavone, but whoever was on commentary had mentioned Cope, and I was like, "Fuck, FTR's winning."
That was the only, because I thought to myself, okay, it makes sense for the Bucks to win, but I was like, all right, it's been some time now. Maybe Cope and Cage should be returning now. And that's the only reason why. Thank you, Loki. That's the only reason why I risked it with FTR, because I was like, okay, maybe it's time for Cope and Cage to return. And lo and behold, they did.
Yeah. And what's crazy is that I actually had FTR at first, as my pick. And then of course I overthought it. And because everything lined up. Yeah. But I should have just been like, okay, Jack Perry's gonna win. Just pick FTR to be safe. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was a good match though, but it always
Yeah,
is.
it was. Jaeger, you got anything to add on?
Yeah, I completely forgot as well.
About Kobe Cage?
Oh yeah. No, when then I saw Revenge, I was still like even like a little bit confused, and then oh shit, Revenge, and then yeah, lo and behold,
Yeah.
and man, like yeah, I didn't even realize that amount of time had gone by like that fast. Also, I keep seeing Cope and Cage on these fucking advertisements for these fucking workout things, and
Yeah.
I mean, hey, get your bread, guys, but god damn it, man, these ads are aggressive sometimes, and it almost like took me out. Like, all right, I guess they're done wrestling or something for it now. Like,
they're trying to be like DDP Yoga, man. Okay.
Hey, that's fine. That is more than fine. Get your money. But here's the difference. DDP's retired.
That's also true too.
I understand to a degree why WWE doesn't really let you try and play in other fields while you're still active, at least.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. But yeah, so FTR retains. And actually, I'll mention it when we get to Dynamite. But yeah, Cope and Cage return. They get into a little. Cage mainly. He snuck in the ring, maced one of them. Then they got into a scuffle. Cope and Cage on top. Pretty much.
Whoa. Are you saying that FTR are no longer top guys?
I guess we'll see after Dynasty.
Start getting hosed? What is this?
Hey. The next match, which was almost a completely useless match on this card, as much as I hate saying it, if the graphic pops up, if it don't, then that's fine. But the next match was everyone banned from ringside, Toni Storm versus Marina Shafir. I don't know.
They couldn't even hold up to that.
They just don't see it.
Oh, wait, no, wrong match. My bad.
I don't know if they don't see it for Marina at times, but it's like, what was the point if you wasn't going to let her finally get her get back against Toni Storm?
For real.
Like, this was the one time she could finally get her get back, and nope, Toni wins.
Yeah, and they just made it 10 times worse because now you dilute Marina at this point because now you're just saying that she can't get the job done, which sucks.
Not only that, but just by herself. Ugh. Anyway.
And see, this is why kind of like what we was talking about before and kind of like what a lot of people at the IWC prophesize. This is the reason why I don't think Moxley being kicked out is going to happen, because Moxley ain't the only motherfucker losing in this goddamn group.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So,
bruh, I need to understand, and because unless I'm wrong, is this not the match where a certain somebody? Anyways,
wait.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get to that just yet. But like you just said, Lip, showing that she can't do it by herself. And like usually you would just have her like retreat off into the shadows and like lick her wounds, maybe come back around, like do a little training montage or some shit. I don't know, feud with somebody else. But Goot.
All right, gentlemen, after the match, the one rowdy Ronda Rousey shows up and she pretty much calls Toni Storm out to the ring. Toni Storm shows up. They had a whole bunch of people pull them apart. Marina sucker punches Toni Storm, and these two make out like bandits. We don't know if Ronda is signed with the company, if that was just a one-off, because she didn't show up Wednesday, if that's just a one-off. But otherwise, gentlemen, how do we feel about this?
I can feel one of two ways. Either it's going to be like, this is unfortunate, but okay, she's like one and done, because keeping in mind, for those that aren't too, and I forgot about this as well, but she does have a match coming up. She could have just been advertising this.
Yes.
She could have just been advertising her match, and then she makes an appearance here because Marina and Shafir and her are friends.
Yes.
If it's that scenario, then unfortunate for everybody involved, but it's something that you can move on from. If it's a scenario where she might be pulling double duty, like, Loki, go get me a pillow to yell into.
You know what actually makes this even funnier is the fact that if she didn't seemingly burn that bridge with WWE, it would make more sense for her to show back up in WWE since the fight is on Netflix.
Absolutely. But no, she had to go and call Becky Lynch a hoe or whatever. No, I'm kidding.
But Dizzle, what were your thoughts when Rhonda appeared on your screen?
I love it. This is absolutely perfect because
this fucking guy.
Because you got to understand the dynamic with AEW and their fans. Their fans are very vocal. This allows Rhonda to be the heel that she should be, because it's not like she's going to gain. I mean, the only favor she can gain is going back and forth with the fans and then them just being like, you know what, fuck it, we just going to agree to dislike each other and we just going to run with it. So Tony can make some money with this. TK, I mean, not Tony Storm. So if she is there, it's good business. So put butts in seats to hate Rhonda. Have Rhonda there. She can sit there and get her grievances out if she wants to yell at the IWC, which, I mean, would be valid to an extent. I mean, she does put her foot in her mouth at times, but
I don't know if yelling at the IWC is going to be appropriate.
I mean,
when we get to a certain light skinned kingpin.
Well, that's a whole nother situation. But for Rhonda though,
yeah, that's his name on Twitter.
The thing with Rhonda is the fact that she also did.
That name still takes me out.
She was doing somewhat well in WWE, so it's not like she's phoned it in. So I think if she's here, I think we might get the same thing. So if she keeps it up, I'm all for it. But if this is just a quick paycheck for it, then it's disingenuous, But if everything lines up for the right reasons, I'm here for it. That's why I said I think it's perfect. But other than that, it is what it is.
You want to see her every Wednesday night?
She ain't gonna be there every Wednesday.
I mean, obviously, but every other Wednesday, maybe one Wednesday out the month.
Yeah, I got no problem with it. The thing is.
All right, thanks, Loki.
The thing is with stuff like this, I don't get emotionally invested in the people that's on the screen, because I don't care enough, because it's entertainment at the end of the day. Okay. Like it doesn't move.
You're not wrong there.
It doesn't move the needle for me, regardless. I mean, I know because I've said this plenty of times before. I can separate the art from the artist. It is very easy for me. So. Okay. Whatever somebody did,
I'm not thinking about. I'm not thinking about art from art, like separating art from artists in that regard. I'm thinking about separating, like, there's other talent. I mean, I get it. She's trying to get gin up attention on her thing, and Tony Khan was. I'm sorry. Yeah, he was okay with something. He was okay with some part of this, but like. If we're gonna involve other people in the Marina Tony storyline, like, let's have them that are gonna be like still part of the company, that at least they can grow the brand themselves instead of just getting like a photo op essentially.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at it from this perspective too. AEW hasn't been doing right by a lot of their talent, Britt Baker. So
fair.
it's the situation where it's like you kind of just have to take what you can get, because they're gonna book things that they want to book regardless. I like at this
Anyway,
point,
yeah.
I'm past the point of saying, hey, talent in the back, step your game up, or else your spot's gonna get taken. I can't say that because I don't even think that's the case anymore. I think it's just bad booking and bad creative with AEW. I think they just have their handful of people that they like and that they want to run with every fucking week, month, year, every fucking pay-per-view, and they just stay consistent with that and let everybody else just show up on fucking Collision or Ring of Honor and then just have it like that. So until they do what they need to do as far as being right by the talent, I'm just gonna say, hey, if this is how you're gonna run it, hey, just give me good matches and good
Just
TV,
run it
and
well.
then we'll be all right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess that would be the best way of putting it. But yeah, so we'll see where this leads to some point. Because like I said, we'll get more on Tony Storm later. But the next match on the card for the AEW Continental Championship, Jon Moxley's defending against Konosuke Takeshita in a no time limit match. I couldn't tell you necessarily why I picked Mox over Take, to be honest with you. Because I didn't expect the end, which we will get to in a second. But I just felt like, because the main reason why I thought about picking Take, because it was like, he could challenge Okada, and that way the whole Unified Championship can come back. Hey, if y'all didn't see that argument, go back in the archives and watch that one. But he could become Unified Champion by taking the what's the one? International Championship off of Okada. But for some reason, I just didn't feel like Takeshita was gonna take it. So that's why I was just like, I'm gonna just stick with Mox. I just feel like, Mox was gonna retain. So yeah.
Like you said earlier, man, you can still be part of the Death Rider. Shit, even lead them and still take some L's. Thank you, Loki.
I mean, at this point, like, I don't know, because like what made it funny, and well, hold on. Does anybody got something to say about the match itself before I get to pretty much the end?
I mean, it was pretty much, almost the same as their last match with a few differences, but I mean, I don't. Yeah, I got nothing.
With the no time limit, I was expecting it to be like, oh shit, this is gonna go on like 45 to an hour. Like to be fair, like if the only reason they didn't get a decisive win was because of a time limit, I thought this was gonna go that extra step, but.
Wait, now I need to see how long this fucking match was, because if it was shorter than their previous match, then it's just like, bro, the fuck.
Because the Continental Championship is what, a 20-minute match? Or was it 30?
I think it's 30 for the actual belt.
Because I don't remember.
I think the qualifiers or the tournament itself were 20.
Okay.
Let's see. That match was 23-25.
So I think it is a 20-minute match then. So because if
I think it was at
3 minutes.
Grand Slam was the other one. It was at
Grand Slam was the other one. Yeah. And they went the whole full time limit.
Which was
let's see, for Mox and Takeshita, 20 minutes. So basically 3.5 minute difference. Like what the
they went
That's what I'm saying. Like I knew it wasn't a 45-minute match. Or like
they
shit,
went 3 minutes over. That is amazing.
I thought it was at least a 30-minute match. Like, it felt like it. I didn't time the shit.
If they were gonna do that, you could have just taken Grand Slam and said, "Hey, let's pull a
let's keep going until somebody wins."
Yeah, let's pull the MJF and Adam Cole. Like what the
hey.
Bro,
but yeah, so after Mox gets his dub, we get a vignette of Willity Ospreay, and lo and behold, man shows up. And not only does he shows up, but he's back. He started taking on the Death Riders. You know what I'm saying? He's back. Like this man recovered from spinal fusion surgery in like 6 months. There is no. hey, I'm gonna be real because Will Ospreay did wrestle on Dynamite. We're gonna bring this up. Kind of like what Dizzle just said earlier. I'm taking my fucking time.
Absolutely.
I'm 32. I just had neck surgery.
There we go.
There's other people holding down the fort. I don't have to come back so soon.
I would have milked that neck injury to make.
Saying.
Wait, that sounds inappropriate. But I would have taken all the time in the world to make sure my personal health is well in check before coming back to this ring. And honestly, why does that photo right there look like he's about to drop a fire ass album?
Right? But what's also funny to me was the Death Riders have been beefing with Don Callis' family so long that it wasn't until Ospreay showed up that I realized, oh yeah, Death Riders are technically still the bad guys, huh? I was like, yeah, they still are technically the heels. Huh. So with that being said, gentlemen, I mean, well, kind of heard Yeager's kind of point of view. Dizzle, how do you feel about Will the Ospreay being back after 6 months?
Face of the company. Face of the fucking company. I mean, look.
At least on an international level.
We got our swerves. We have our hangmans. And again, here's a situation that WWE needs to take a page out of fucking AEW's book. They know how to build their interest with their stars. Like this right here, this is your face opposite MJF as far as face and heel of the company. And then everybody else plays their part in between. Swerve is going to be whether he is a tweener or a full heel, Swerve has his spot. And you can always jump to whoever you want. Brody King is another person who you can look at and say, hey, he may not be on the same level as far as star power as them, but you can make the argument that, hey, he deserves a title reign. There's so many people that you can set up in AEW. And right now, Will Ospreay stands at the top of that heap, just on interest alone.
I'm not mad at that, but I don't know. I'm like Yeager. I don't know if I'm coming back so soon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can catch y'all boy at All In. You know what I'm saying? Catch your boy at All In.
Look, well, we're not trying to see anybody have, and I'm sorry that I'm not trying to make a light of this. I'm just trying to make the comparison too. What happened to like Rey Mysterio's dude? But that wasn't even from a recovering neck injury. Yeah. But still, we're not trying to see any necks get snapped on TV. Like, we're not trying to see your neck get snapped at all. God forbid it's while you're doing some high flying shit. Hopefully your moveset is a little different now to where you can still keep your recovery and good process.
Not after watching Dynamite.
He taking a page out of Bryan Danielson's book.
He is. That man is fresh. That man is fucking New Japan all the way after watching Dynamite. Like him and why am I forgetting his name right now? Oh my god. Kenny's best friend.
Oh, damn.
Kota
Ibushi. Yeah, exactly, right? Anyway, fucking Kota Ibushi and this guy had some banger matches, and every time I've seen them work, I'm just like, oh no, I wouldn't do that. But hey,
right?
I don't know if you got injected with some New Japan serum to keep that shit going well. Either way, I'm glad you're back. Just stay healthy, please. Protect your neck.
Pretty much.
Wu-Tang.
Pretty much. And the next match, which I thought I had a graphic for, but I guess I did not find it. See, there were so many matches. But the next match I don't have a graphic for, but it was for the AEW Women Tag Team Championships. The Babes of Wrath took on Mega Cross, which is Megan Bain and Lena Cross. and we have new AEW Women Tag Champs. Because pretty much this was almost a squash match.
Yep.
This was pretty much a squash match.
But yeah.
Actually, sorry, I forgot. Divine Dominion is actually the official team name or the stable name, one of the two of Lena and Megan. I'm assuming Lena, Megan, and Penelope. I'm assuming as a trio, they're known as Divine Dominion.
Yeah,
but
they got the aesthetic down.
They do. I mean, shit. Lena Cross is 6 foot. Megan Bain is like 5'11". So yeah, they do.
The mascara exists, people. We just gotta find it.
Pretty much, and then it's actually going to look a little weird when Penelope shows back up, because now she's going to look all small.
She's gonna be
small.
Tell me why I just went to feel like TDs from Hercules compared to like Phil, Meg, everybody else.
Yep. And she's just gonna be just like,
this is not a slight on her looks. This is not a slight on her looks at all. You just short.
Yeah, just short compared to the others. But yeah, so I mean, to be fair, that match looked like they was gonna win, especially since they didn't give the belts to the Sisters of Sin. It just looks like they was gonna take that, in my personal opinion. Like, if we just being fair. So
valid.
Yeah. Our next match, moving right along, we got to see who's the most dangerous man in AEW. If the graphic pops up, there you go. You got Swerve Strickland taking on Brody King. Hey, this match didn't prove shit to me, because they didn't make it a stipulation match. Like, how you gonna prove who's the most dangerous and who's the purveyor of violence, but then you make it a regular one-on-one match? What? What?
You should have at least built it like, you're the most dangerous, you're the most this and that, but are you good technically? Or some shit like that. Like, I want to see what your skill set looks like, you know?
Like, it could have been a first blood match, or like it could have been something. But you made it a regular match.
Schmegular, even.
But Swerve gets the dub, and he's tried to take on. He tried to beat up Brody King some more, and we get a returning Kenny Omega to stop Swerve, and more on the Kenny Omega and Swerve situation when we get the Dynamite. But gentlemen, anything on this match?
Nah, it was just it was what we expected as far as the outcome, but just not the brutality that we were thinking we were probably gonna get.
I mean, I guess because we had a death match and a tornado tag on the same card, so
I was about to say.
You know what? I'll save my comment for that.
All right, Jaeger, you got anything before we move on?
I'm glad it was still it was still like a good match. Like, these are still top talents, and they put on a good show. But yeah, to the build up for what it was, coming down to like that, like there could have been other things. Like, it was still solid. Y'all already covered it.
All right, your next match. Hopefully the graphic shows up. But it was for the AEW Women's Championship in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. You got the Toxic Spider Tekla taking on Chris Stat Daddy Statlander. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was not interested. I was not interested.
The only thing that kind of shook me was the result.
I mean, I knew Tekla was going to retain. Like, I didn't feel like Stat was going to get that belt back.
But what is she going to do now?
What, Stat? She going to have, I guess, more character development.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I mean, you know, but
Scoot.
It didn't like this match to me didn't scream a title change. It didn't seem like Stat was going to win. Like it just felt, and then like what makes it funny is that once again you had them in a strap match, and then you just give them like, nah, best 2 out of 3 falls. It's like, best 2 out of 3 falls? No. No. Nothing about their feud to me suited the best 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this right now, and I'm sorry, call me a sexist on this, but this is just a personal belief.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you ever need to have women in a strap match without gears turning in other directions.
Hey, yo. And with that being said, we're going to move on to the next match that was on the card, and it was for the Trios Championships. You had Proto Okada, Proto Okada and Mark Davis, or Ozzy Open and Okada, taking on the team of Mystico and Jet Speed. Insert team name soon. Now, I will say this: the aesthetic of Jet Speed rocking Mystico masks, with just them, creatively doing it their way, that was fly. The other thing I hate, AEW 1000% pulled the WWE with this situation. I understand you had to take Hangman out, but Hangman just couldn't give up his title. They had to lose the belts to regain the belts.
Yep.
I mean, I get it because you want to make Mystico a proper champion. I get it. I mean, I know how wrestling goes, but look at who they lost it to. Then it was like, nah, 2 weeks later, we gonna get them bitches back. But we doing it with Mystico. Once again, nothing against Mystico, but it was like, we doing it with Mystico. But it was like, here it is, the man who was going for the world championship. Granted, there was interference, but it was like, nah, we doing it. And that's the only reason why I went for the Don Callis family. I was like, man, there's no way the DCF is about to lose these. They just got them bitches. No, they lost the bitches.
And they lost the match. This is another match where I originally had the winners on my list because I was looking at it from that perspective. I was like, are they really going to just flip-flop the titles? I was like, I don't know. Because it made sense in my head. And I was like, well, yeah, Hangman, they don't want Hangman to have any gold on him. Like, because I knew he was going to lose to MJF. So I was like, they're going to want him to be down and out. So take everything from him and then just have him do whatever he's going to do moving forward. Yeah. But I'm happy this happened because
me too.
I'm sick at this point. I'm sick of double champions in AEW.
AEW has so many.
I'm sick of it.
They have so many.
They really do, though.
But Mystico and Jet Speed win, and then they announced that Mystico is All Elite, so he's now dual branded between All Elite Wrestling and CMLL, just like how they recently announced that Claudio is now officially CMLL as well. So both men are dual branded. So, but yes,
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
here for the duel. Yeah. Especially because you got to like double down with another brand at some point, because it's, I mean, if WWE is starting to acquire other brands left and right now with the money, then you got to start making partnerships at least where you can. And
like they're trying to operate like territories now.
It feels like it, but just with money and aggressiveness.
Yeah, instead of it just being like location.
Or the love of the fucking sport. Anyway.
The next match on the card, Bandito taking on Andrade El Idolo. I don't know why they didn't have Bandito defend that ROH championship.
Oh, because it's going to come later. Well, it's going to come now at this point since he beat him. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what this match was for. One, I love this match.
Oh, no, it was a great match. Now, my only issue is, so I didn't say it overall, the placement of some of these matches was off to me in AEW. I think they should have did better match placements because I think a match like this shouldn't have came so late in the card. That's just me. But I think the match placements was a little weird. But no, this was a fantastic. Like I was actually kind of glued to this match. I was like, shit, let me see what these boys about
was
to do.
invested.
Man,
despite all of his drama. Go ahead.
When Bandito hit that 21 plex while Andrade was laying on the ground, I was like, oh, this man different. I was like, this man different. Like Bandito, I was unfamiliar with your game, sir. Kind of energy. Like this man is different.
Yes.
Look, whether we like it or not, Andrade is bound to be getting some gold on his waist at some point. Especially because it looks like he's found like a home here with AEW. I think he's done hey, barring any other like stupidity outside of the ring.
True.
Honestly though, since NXT Black and Gold, I have valued Andrade as a wrestler, like especially that shit with Gargano. But yeah, like Bandito has proven himself repeatedly, and if like I was only able to, and I was graced like through catching him on some indie shows like in Austin, and yeah, fantastic talents, both of them. And I'm just glad that they are here on like some pay-per-view like style stuff. I'm glad they're getting the shine that they're getting.
Okay.
Yeah, this I don't want to say consolation, but I want to say that this would be the caveat to Andrade losing in the tournament to go up again, or the number one contenders match. So it's like, hey, if he's not gonna do that, the next best thing at this point is to pull wow, why am I blanking on the goddamn name now? Fucking Cesaro. Claudio, there we go. To pull a Claudio and just put the ROH title on.
Like seeing, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So, and at that point, you put gold on them. I would hope that you would step up fucking ROH or put some fucking spotlight on it. So
yeah, he'd do something better with that. But hey, another match that I did not get the graphic for, it was the semi-main event. It was a trios tornado match. You had Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Darby Allin taking on the dogs of Dave Finlay, Clark Connors, and Gabe Kidd in a tornado trios match, and it was just a match. It was a match. It existed, and the reason why I'm being so dismissive of it, right, is because I understand we just had Roddy come out and realign himself with OC, but you have this new faction that you just made official a trio with the dogs, but then they lose.
Yeah. And again, this was another match where I had the winners initially on my list. I basically beat myself. But yeah, the way that
you couldn't tell me that the dogs was gonna lose. Like, yeah, that's just how much. Like, you couldn't have told me that the dogs like there was no part of me that had OC, Strong, and Darby winning, especially what came from it afterwards.
Yeah, well, the reason that I had picked them was because they just kept losing on TV, and now the way that they won this match, I thought was somewhat creative by handcuffing Gabe Kidd and then just having the 3-on-2. That's fine, but it's gotten to the point where you basically Cody and Drew this shit where I just didn't give a shit about who the fuck won this match. Like, why was this on the pay-per-view?
Yeah, and then pretty much on the press conference, Gabe Kidd pretty much cussed out everybody and told Tony Khan, hey, on Dynamite, an unsanctioned coffin match between me and Darby, because this got to end. And I was like,
you got damn right it has to end.
Like, but more on that when we get to Dynamite.
But yeah,
more on that when we get to Dynamite. Now,
and before the
our
shit
main
happens.
event for the evening was a good old-fashioned Texas death. You had MJF defending his championship
In California
against Hangman Adam Page. And of course, this is an old graphic because it still shows Hangman with the Trios Championship. Now, due to the stipulation, because remember, people, the stipulation was if MJF wins, Hangman can never challenge for the AEW Championship for as long as he lives. So I was like, oh, there's no way they're going to pull that shit twice. Motherfucker, they did. Motherfucker, they. And then, of course, Dizzle picked MJF. So, Dizzle, I'm going to toss it to you first.
Get your rocks off.
Go ahead, because obviously you had this. Like, I was like, there's no way they're going to do this twice.
Well, I've been saying this for the past few months, ever since this stipulation got announced, and it's the fact that you have to take somebody out of the picture for a little bit for other stuff to play out. You know, Swerve is a heel right now at this point. You have Ospreay coming in. MJF is basically going to run roughshod for the moment. Now that I understand what they're going to do with Will Ospreay, because he's probably going to take that title off of Mox. So he's going to be kept at bay on that end. So now MJF can run the gauntlet for as long as he can, because there's nobody that they built up that can really take MJF at this point, outside of potentially an Ospreay and a face Swerve. But since Swerve is doing his thing, you're not going to have a heel versus heel. Even in AEW, with this situation, with these two, with a Swerve and MJF, they're not going to pull the trigger on that end. They're probably going to wait for maybe a Will Ospreay to take that title off MJF, then have Swerve take the title off of Ospreay, and then have Swerve kind of just do his thing, and then Hangman will find a way back into the shit. He's going to pull some strings to where they allow it, and it's going to be a big ass thing. Well, now they're
Well, I'll say, now that you said that, there was some clarification that came out. Hangman not challenging for the belt is on him. It's not an official ruling through AEW. It's not an official ruling through Tony Khan. It's just Hangman resting on his morals that he said he would never challenge for the championship again. So I guess
a contract addendum.
MJF's. Yeah, it's not contracted.
That's what I'm saying.
This is just
a gentleman's agreement.
It's just a gentleman's agreement that can Hangman keep his word. So Hangman truly keep his word, or otherwise that he gonna prove MJF correct that he's a hypocrite, and y'all gonna cheer for the hypocrite.
Now, here's the thing. They're gonna lean into this, and this is where AEW gets back in their bag finally with long-term storytelling, because the same thing that they had with Kenny and Hangman during AEW's first 2 years, where they let that shit play out the way that they let it play out, and the payoff was warranted and worth it. So I think with this, it's going to get to a point where it's either going to be MJF or Swerve that makes shit so bad where people are like, hey, Hangman, like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, just handle this, please. Like, do something.
And you know what was funny? A few years back, Jim Cornette had said that's what Cody, that should have been Cody's storyline, that whoever was the heel champion should have been such a menace and such a terror that would be like, Cody, we understand what you said about never challenging for the championship, but come on, you gotta take care of this, big dog.
You know what?
Nobody else can do it. You got to be the one.
I'm gonna be the one to say this. And big shout out to Brody Lee. But had the man, if he was still on this earth today, I think that might have been what they were going for. But
you thought Brody would have been the big bad that Cody needed to.
That Cody
break
would
his
break his. Exactly.
It would have made sense, especially with the whole Dark Order shit.
Yeah, like, because Dark Order was on such a fucking rise, both internet style and in the ring. Like, it was.
Yeah, they were.
They were dominating that shit.
But
damn,
Anyway,
So this is the issue I kind of have with a lot of the extreme matches in AEW, right? I hate the fact that now we're in this mindset of what are they gonna do to each other that we hadn't seen? Because like if you look at AEW 6-year history, we have seen a lot of fucking violence. 7-year history. We've seen a lot of fucking violence. And it's like, what were they gonna do? And they essentially turned the match into a dog collar match at one point. And unfortunately, that was Hangman's undoing. They had, what was it, broken glass. MJF did the needle spot to Hangman, but MJF actually had some type of fluid in his syringe and was squirting it out of the other
shooting
side of his
it
cheek.
out of his mouth.
Pause. But
I know, Loki, we weren't a big fan of that part. Thank you.
But other than that, I mean, it was a match, and it was a Texas death match.
I did like that they.
I don't know.
To give my opinion, I did like the way that we had a Texas death match. We've seen a few of these now, and
yes,
leave it to MJF to find new ways to approach it. Like his little spot with the glass pane and him shattering that shit, going, yeah, like he's like, this ain't that indie shit, or like I'm not doing that indie shit.
Yeah,
something like that. Like, and then the him playing to his comedic side of being a heel, did the whole 360 around the ring. I thought it was like, I got a chuckle out of it. I didn't think that there was a solid thing, but he just kept running like around the ring, and then Hangman just waited for him to come back around and smacked him over the head with the garbage top, like, and then called him dumbass for good measure. Like, I was like, all right, like this is like, these are good spots for refreshing or like keeping it fresh to a degree.
100%, and the broom as well.
Right? The fucking, I was like, oh hey, I remember a death match having a broom. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
He swept up the glass. Shout out to MJF for sweeping up the glass.
Yeah, they did skewers, they had light tubes, tables, all of that.
Yeah. I think the light tubes are probably the worst for MJF, because as soon as he got smacked with that on his back, his back bled immediately. And it was bad. Like that shit just gushed the fuck out. I will say this though, and this is what I put a pin in earlier, where I said I'll wait. I will praise AEW because maybe they're listening to the criticism, because the way that the card was, you know, the whole placement of everything aside, I will say this: them only having like one crazy ass fucking match made it refreshing for me. And that's lowballing it because of the fact that they're so egregious with their fucking hardcore death matches and shit.
Yeah.
That when they put one on the card and only one on the card, I'm like, all right, cool. Now cut it out.
That's why it was the main event.
But yeah, I mean, look,
pretty much.
Now, did they do a good job? Yeah. I will say this: out of everything in this entire match, the one thing that had me wince the most happened after the fucking match. When Hangman is on the fucking gurney and MJF climbs up on top of him and he puts his knees, like he puts his he puts his shins on his fucking. I know that has to fucking hurt, and Hangman has to sit there and like act like he still has to play everything up. I'm like, I'm like, bro. That shit, like, I got pissed off. I'm like, oh, that shit would have hurt me. Like, I would have like, get the fuck off me.
Like, I would have twitched. I'd be like, get the fuck. But yeah, so Maxwell Jacob Freeman is still your AEW champ, and Hangman, will he stick to his word of never challenging for the AEW championship? I guess we will see in time to come.
Put this on the bold predictions.
Good.
put this down for the bold predictions, but I think the way Hangman breaks this shit is potentially interrupting a contract signing, saying, "I guess I am a hypocrite," and signs that shit himself.
Okay.
And if he doesn't do
that.
exactly that, and if he doesn't do exactly that, I'm still hanging on the line of him acknowledging, "I guess I am a hypocrite."
I mean, yeah, because they're gonna still cheer him. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna be cheered. So he's just gonna prove MJF right. But yeah, moving right along to Monday night. The show started off with Seth Rollins and his army of masked men, and Paul Heyman coming out there looking just utterly just disheveled, defeated, and everything. And he pretty much told Seth, FAFO and FAFO 5. And Brock Lesnar came out there and pretty much beat up all 20 of the masked men. And then when it came to Seth, them lights went out. And the music of one Obafemi hit. And y'all, I was in my living room going ape shit. Because for the longest we heard, right? For the longest, we heard it was gonna be Brock versus LA Knight, and it was like nobody want to see that. And due to a small Seth Rollins distraction, Oba hoist big Brock. Look, you can see the expression on it. Brock ain't never been lifted like that before.
Yeah.
He hoisted Brock up.
Not even by
hit him with the most
that picture right there.
Beautiful. I mean, yeah, it's kind of wrong, but hey, this is on WWE's official website, so that's the one they posted. But he hits him with a beautiful fall for grace, and not only did he do that, but he proceeds to hit him with this as well. As soon as it loads up, it better load up. It's the one picture I want to load up more than anything.
A good picture, I'm sure.
Oh, come on.
A great picture.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, it was
right.
It was absolutely prompted.
It was so good. The internet gods had to shut it down.
It's so good that they don't even want me to show y'all. Yes, but pretty much, Oba. There you go. Oba with his foot on Brock's chest, pointing to the WrestleMania sign, and they did make it official. We are going to get Brock Lesnar, Obafemi, at WrestleMania. And one of the best tweets, Kofi Kingston, do it for us, Oba.
I didn't even see that shit.
That was one of the best things that came out was Kofi Kingston's tweet of do it for us, Oba. But yes, gentlemen,
as he should.
Should Oba just like demolish Brock, or should they actually have a match?
No. Like Kofi just said, he should just wreck Brock. That's my take.
What you got, Dizzle?
Well, I think this is going to be a full-on match. I don't think this is going to be a squash either way. I think they're going to really give a Clash of Titans with this one. Primarily because
Oba get the dub though.
Okay,
he better.
I'm saying yes, but there's a reason that I'm saying yes, and I'm gonna put a pin on the reason why I'm saying this for later. Okay, because I have something to show y'all.
Okay.
And Scoot, you're going to enjoy this the most.
Okay.
But yes. I think we do. I do think we do get this, and I do think Oba goes over, and it's going to be something that contrasts a lot of what the rumors had said before. With Heyman and Brock not playing ball, because that Of course, that came out, but it was actually false.
Okay.
And there's a reason why. But this picture should be one of the reasons as to why that whole thing is false. But yes, I think we're gonna get a banger match out of this. And I think we're gonna have Oba looking really good as far as being the next up big guy on Raw and WWE as a whole.
I think so too. Another quick point, AJ Lee. Oh, all right, go ahead.
Why did Oba have to start banging on his chest though?
I mean, Jabari tribe, man. Black Panther style. Jabari.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Oba Femi is the perfect Jabari tribe, Black Panther looking dude.
Yes, agreed. Now, if he doesn't show up in some Black Panther Jabari tribe gear at WrestleMania,
like he's more M'Baku than M'Baku. If we really put it out there. And I love me some Winston dude, but Oba Femi is more M'Baku than M'Baku. Right?
Well, now. But are we talking like MCU M'Baku, or are we talking like comic?
Shit,
I'm talking MCU.
Yo.
You know.
Okay, all right.
I'm never gonna know comic accurate.
Comic accurate is Man Ape.
Comic accurate M'Baku is like 10 feet tall as well.
No. No, I'm saying the because this is the reason why they changed, why they just haven't, why they're calling him M'Baku.
Oh, because it's actually Man Ape and
yeah.
Oh hell no.
Hell no. Yeah, no fuzzy Dorman's jokes about that guy.
AJ Lee. No. We're not gonna do that. AJ Lee defended her Intercontinental Championship against Bayley, and these
why you gotta slap the dog shit out of Bayley like that?
Hey, they went at it. You know what I'm saying? They went at it, but ultimately AJ Lee did get the dub. She hit the Black Widow. Bayley does tap, and you know it was a little bit of sportsmanship. You know, Bayley got a chance to run back when she went against AJ Lee from when they did it back at NXT. So, you know, it was a good callback to that. And then after the match, Becky Lynch just proceeded to beat the shit out of AJ Lee. Like, yeah, it was vicious.
Becky, no.
Seemingly setting up their match at
Not
Mania.
my babe.
So,
I will say this.
Go ahead.
I'm happy, but this is why I was like, I want AJ to basically run the gauntlet and defend the title on Raw consistently, because now it seems like she's starting to get back into her groove when it comes to the in ring. Yeah. So because I mean this match was good with her and Bayley, but I mean it made sense because Bayley is fucking Bayley. But I also think it was the reason why the match with her and Becky was kind of just because she just, you know, she hadn't got back in the rotation. But I think right now, come Mania, we're gonna get a fantastic match with AJ and Becky. If it's just those two.
I think so too. Other points, Danhausen is still doing Danhausen things. You gotta love it.
Yes, he is.
We didn't get a chance to talk about it.
He should be.
As he should. And we didn't get a chance to speak on it, but Finn Balor has been excommunicated from the Judgment Day. And Liv did a segment pretty much saying that she's been playing Finn from the start. And the only reason why, you know, Finn lasted this long was because Dom had love for Finn until, you know, it wasn't anymore. So
just saying, Finn has always been antagonistic as fuck in that crew. Just saying. No, especially to Dom, I should say. But that's the character.
It's funny how Judgment Day has this reputation of just basically kicking out their members and turning like it's like y'all talk about family, but y'all keep the only reason that the family's gone is because y'all keep kicking each other out.
Because y'all keep kicking each other out. But The other major moment was the closing segment of Raw, which Punk and Roman had words. Roman, because the last time we spoke, Punk did mention burying Roman next to his father. The Usos the week after got in Punk's face and was like, "Hey, yo, say big dog, we need you to apologize." Punk didn't apologize, and Jimmy did swung on him. And they had this moment here, and it's funny because out of all the things they were saying to each other, what got this reaction out of CM Punk, which you're about to see him about to strike Roman, is because Roman called him old.
Okay, now with this, it's only rumored.
I know that was for
man.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
No, wait. What happened? Is it something I missed?
Do you know what it's rumored that what he was gonna say that would have caused this? Okay, so
was it talking about Larry?
Yeah, so it's rumored that Roman called an audible, which, judging by how this went, it made sense. Because he did pause for a while before he even said the whole old thing, because it was kind of weird. It's like you're gonna pause just to be like, "Oh, you old," and you're gonna flip from that.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's where they were gonna go, but I think this is a situation where that kind of emulated the situation with Roman and Dean Ambrose, where they were gonna talk about the cancer and shit. Where it's like, no, I'm not doing that. So with Roman. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Punk probably would have said, "Hey, go ahead, it's fine." But I just think that Roman's like, "Nah, bro, I'm not doing that."
Especially because it is fresh. Like, I mean, Larry just, it was like what, a month or two ago. So
this is how you know.
So yeah, okay.
This is how you know WWE is never going to be down with MJF.
Oh no, they'll take him for sure, but. They'll water the fuck. They'll water him.
That's what I'm saying. They would never. They would never take that man's insults.
NXT was in Houston. The main highlights of NXT was that they did a Booker T appreciation, and Keanu Carver tried to interfere with it, and he beat up some of Booker T's students. But Jasper Troy came out and dispatched of Keanu Carver. Ren Sinclair is the new women's speed champion. JC Jane held on to her women's championship in a triple threat. Tatum Paxley held on to her women's North American championship in a cage match, but Blake Monroe popped up from under the stage to drag Tatum down and seemingly being like, "Hey, I'm coming to get this belt back."
Is she the boogeyman now?
No, she just did that just to be Blake Monroe.
I know she's a little cuckoo in the Cocoa Puffs now, but yeah.
Ricky and Ethan Page are kind of on the same page, pun intended. But they both want the NXT championship, but also Tony D'Angelo wants the NXT championship too. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with Stand and Deliver in that situation. But speaking of Stand and Deliver, it seems like they went ahead and ended that deal with Peacock because Stand and Deliver is going to be on YouTube.
That's interesting.
They announced that Stand and Deliver is going to air on YouTube. So Vengeance Day seemingly is the last PLE of NXT that's going to be on Peacock. So Stand and Deliver will air on YouTube in the US and of course Netflix internationally. So interesting choices that they're doing, because like we talked about 2 weeks ago with the whole them showing the first hour of WrestleManias on ESPN, and it's like, oh shit, let me go buy the app so I can finish watching WrestleMania.
Not doing that.
Yeah,
but yes,
that's crazy.
NXT Stand and Deliver is going to be on YouTube, gentlemen.
So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go on YouTube, watch Stand and Deliver, and switch to ESPN to watch night one of WrestleMania. It's like,
yeah. Well, as you can see, Stand and Deliver is 2 weeks before. So they made the
okay.
choice. Yeah. So Stand and Deliver is 2 weeks before WrestleMania, which is like a weird choice because that's what Juggs and I had talked about. Was that we was like, what was the reason of them separating Stand and Deliver from WrestleMania, considering it's been a part of WrestleMania weekend for the past few years, but yeah, they separated it this year, and by 2 weeks at that. So, but we will move on to AEW Dynamite, and this will kind of clear up some of the things that we talked about as far as. So Will Ospreay took on Blake Christian. He beat him, but then the Death Riders came out. He started fighting Death Riders. And then Pat kind of was like, I got him kind of energy. But then, they started going back and forth. So Will Ospreay is full tilt, y'all. He like, damn the neck injury. I'm full tilting this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, right, I understand how AEW does things, but there's no way he should have fought Blake Christian that damn long.
Yeah.
You got to get that ring rust off.
If you say so,
not with
man.
Blake Christian. Nothing against Blake Christian. Not with Blake Christian, though. I'm just saying.
Blake Christian
Moxley and Yuta. Go ahead.
I mean, for all we know, this was Ospreay picking in the back. Like, I'm gonna fight this guy.
I guess so.
I should.
I guess
my
so.
bad. Did I say Moxley? Yeah, I meant Ospreay. If I didn't say Ospreay for some reason.
You said Ospreay. You did.
Okay. I don't know why I just had Moxley in the head.
No, because I said Moxley, because Moxley and Yuta defeated Juice Robinson and Ace Austin in a tag match.
I need Juice to
Gabe
get more
Kidd.
wins.
I know, right? Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin started their. Well, Gabe Kidd was actually just kind of in the parking lot and was like, I'm ready. Because he was like, we're going to start it in the parking lot, but more on that in a second. Kenny Omega gets on, does a vignette pretty much saying, hey, Swerve, you're the number one contender. So with that being said, since you're so dangerous, how about you do some gambling? How about we go one-on-one and I challenge you for that number one contendership spot? And what say you, Swerve? And more on that in a bit. Now, to get to what we was talking about. Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin has this coffin match. They start in the parking lot. Darby Allin ethers Gabe Kidd a little bit. He puts him in the trunk of a car, crashes the car, puts him on a road case, brings him to the ring. They seemingly have this coffin match. Darby wins. And this is what I guess to circle back to what you were saying, Dizzle. After Darby wins, Darby is like, hey, I want that AEW championship now. Kind of energy. So, will we finally get Darby? Will we finally this year get Darby become an AEW champion?
Should have been last year.
If he doesn't hurt himself at some point.
All I'm going to say is it should have been last year.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I was all in, no pun intended, on it should have been Darby dethroning Mox, but they had other plans.
Yeah. Well, the problem is AEW's done too much damage to him that they're going to have to make it believable now. They have to really take him out of the whole death match style. Not necessarily say that he has to stop doing that, but they have to make it believable to the fans because Darby is a good technical wrestler. I mean, for people that don't understand that, he's just locked in this fucking, for lack of a better term, typecast. And I think if they lean more into actually him wrestling, go ahead and put the title on him. But if not, then I don't know.
So we'll see where if Darby.
It's funny that Darby. It's funny that Darby wasn't the one that like put himself into a way like as far as damage goes. Like AEW is the one that damaged Darby to a point of this, instead of Darby damaging himself to this point.
Yeah.
I blame them all.
Damn. Indeed.
Swerve does come out there, and one of the funniest things happened when Swerve comes out there. Swerve like, I ain't even know I was number one contender until you said it. Oh shit, I thought that was funny. He was like, I didn't even know I was number one contender until you said it, Kenny.
Kenneth.
But Swerve is
Sir
like,
Kenneth.
what do I have to gain from beating you since I already beat you? So pretty much, I want your power. So if I beat you, I want your EVP status so I can protect myself and I can protect, me. And, Tony Khan made it official next week. Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Swerve's number one contendership versus Kenny Omega's EVP status.
We're just trading careers for championship opportunities, apparently.
I mean, I guess so. I guess so.
Like,
Swerve is over there
apparently, this is. Go ahead.
No, trying to make up for what him and Osprey didn't do with the Bucks.
Yo, for real though, like, why did y'all not seize that shit? I thought he was just gonna, like, as soon as he said the Kenny, like, coming for Kenny's EVP status, I'm like, you already had that shit. You could just go full heel and say, you know what? Nah, I want that status already. I won that status already. You know what? Give me that shit back. But no, he's over here just trying to collect EVP member or statuses like he's a fucking like they're fucking Dragon Balls or some shit. I don't know. I don't know.
Also,
Please continue.
So Tony Storm was supposed to take on Marina in a no holds barred, but Tony was found laid out in the back. It has been reported that Tony Storm will be out for some time. Apparently, she has either injury or injuries that's going to require some recovery. So Tony will be out of action for a bit. So Mina Shirakawa takes Marina's spot, and Mina Shirakawa wins. She hit Marina with a champagne bottle, then hits her with the Storm Zero, and 1, 2, 3. Mina wins, and I'm like, so y'all are just gonna give Shafir nothing. Like nothing.
I mean, I'm here for seeing Mina Shirakawa take some W's, but
of course.
Like nothing.
But
nothing.
They're giving Marina the Serena Deeb treatment, and I fucking hate it.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I hate
1000%. Because Deeb came back with his new attitude, the Deeb Dojo, and nothing came of it. Nothing came of it.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad at that.
They told her to take that shit to New Japan or whatever. No, I'm kidding.
Now, Dizzle, to kind of circle back to what you were saying about Andrade, MJF has seemingly paid the Don Callis family, which ergo de facto, Don Callis paying Andrade to pretty much take out Darby. And Andrade was like, we working with this dude? And Don was like, hey, money is money, and MJF is paying us a lot of it. So what are your thoughts on that? That, Andrade is being used as the quote unquote hitman for the time being.
This can work, but only if it basically builds up Andrade's stock and makes him a killer in all of these instances. Don't make him just be like some fucking stooge for Callis that's just getting money to do shit and basically be a shield for MJF. Now, if they just have it to where it's like, all right, cool, this dude needs to be taken out, and Andrade is basically a quote unquote hitman and just taking out talent because he's that guy, which then would lead to him going against Bandito and then taking ROH championship. I'm here for it. But only if they do it right.
Okay.
On a character level, I don't like this.
I'm
Like,
kind of with you on it, Yogi.
Andrade keeps showing up being Black Mask. Now, I'm just a DC fan in that regard, but Black Mask is the fucking boss.
It's true.
Black Mask does not do hit jobs. Like, Black Mask tells people to do fucking hit jobs. And look, he's a member of the Don Callis family. That's fine. Like, you can't be tried and true to the DC comics because then you might get hit with a cease and desist. Who knows? But
they got that partnership with DC, so you know.
They do actually have that. I keep forgetting about that. But all I'm gonna say is, Andrade, I'm with you on TV time. They're just, why aren't we fucking doing this? Like MJF could have brought on some other like big dude to be his like muscle, like he always does.
But you know what? To be fair, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of anybody who wants to challenge MJF. In essence, it's always some type of fucking Herculean trial this superstar has to do in order to get a match with MJF. Like, I'm getting kind of tired of that trope. I'm getting tired of MJF want to pay people off to beat up some other dude. Like, I'm getting tired of it. It's like, MJF, just beat the fucking dude and get over with. Like, just beat the dude, just move on. You know,
beat the fucking dude and move on.
Just move on. We got to go through all of this rigmarole, and it's like, I don't care. Just fight the man and let's go. Fight him and let's go. But then the main event of the night was your new AEW National Champion, Jungle Jack Perry, and the Bucks took on the Don Callis families, Okada and RPG Vice. That is Trent Beretta and Rocky Marrero. And I mean, of course, come on now. We knew Jack Perry and the Bucks was going to win. That was just a no-duh. But after that, I forgot who showed up first. Was it FTR or Cage and Cope?
Or
after the match, I think Cage and Cope. Yeah, Cage and Cope. I think because Nick and Matt and Nick got on the mic and was talking about how they want to get the tag team titles back and all of this. And Cage and Cope comes out and pretty much they was like, you know what? That's cool and all that y'all want the tag team titles back, but we actually got next though. So we don't know what to tell y'all. Like maybe after, because it is beneficial. So it's like maybe after us, y'all can go for the tag team titles. But as far as FTR, we got next. Then of course, FTR comes out, and for whatever fucking reason, Stokely sends them to the ring to get beat up by Cage and Cope and the Bucks. It was like this was a 4-on-2 situation. Why?
Why? Because Stokely.
Shut up, Dizzle. I heard that.
I didn't hear it. Say it again, Dizzle.
They should have sent Stokely's ass out there.
Yes, they should have, because at least Stokely gets no host.
But then it was a moment where they each pick up the tag titles, and they was kind of a mini tug of war, but then they ended up giving it to Cage and Cope, and that's pretty much how the show ended. So, does Cage and Cope get them belts off of FTR at Dynasty?
It's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
All right, peeps. That was pretty much the ins and out of the wrestling shows. Let's get to some news here. Apparently, WWE, is word that WWE has people hired to pretty much watch everything AEW and kind of take notes and things of like that. How y'all feel about that?
This is the first I'm hearing of this. What?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
So I forgot who reported it, but apparently they got people hired on payroll to watch AEW, because there's even word that some people have AEW action figures on their desks to even, I guess, to focus and I guess get as much intel as they can on the ops. And I ain't talking about Samoa Joe and them.
Oh man,
Yeah.
if I was like some weird 90s fucking antagonist, I'd be like, this is delicious. But god damn it, this is hilarious. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's here, I gotta process. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it falls in line with what MJF was saying on his his latest CVV interview, where where and I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he was because he was talking about the interest that WWE has in him, and he said he specifically said it's the reason that they pay attention to the product. He's like for competition is like it's the reason that they they do counter production and they do everything like with what we're doing. They're always trying to make sure that either they're trying to leap us or whatever. And it's like I would do the same thing because I mean, what do? It's like you try to kill me. I was like, I'm your competition. That's what you would do. So I mean, it's been like the worst kept secret because I mean, as much as you would get the shit where they get the jabs of Triple H being like, oh, it's a t-shirt company and all this other shit, and being like they don't care.
Yeah.
Of course they care,
because if put a pin in that statement.
Yeah, I mean,
about them being a t-shirt company, put a pin in that.
Of course, they absolutely care because they want to know where the interest is and what they're and what the other side is doing. It's the same reason that they went ahead and made deals with TNA, made deals with AAA. It's the reason why they want to make a deal so bad with New Japan. It's like why? I mean, and again, all the interest that they have. You have what? Saints, Keys. I'm pretty sure they want to bring Britt Baker over. Like, yeah, of course they pay attention.
But to have people on Saints payroll to watch this?
Yes, yeah. Because
let me find out that AEW has people watching WWE like that.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't think they care. I mean, they do, but you got to think. I think if people are watching WWE like that, they're probably just watching. Like it's probably just like we're just watching WWE. They have people watching AEW to like spy.
Yeah, and the thing is,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, and that's the reason why it's more egregious coming from WWE, because anybody outside of WWE, as far as the promotion goes, you're going to watch WWE either way because of the fact that is the quintessential promotion. That's where everybody's looking for as far as the blueprint. So, yeah. But for WWE to be the big man in town and then to basically play so petty with having people to specifically watch AEW after saying all the egregious shit they said about AEW. Like, come on, y'all.
Well,
be a little genuine.
I guess let's go ahead and remove this pin. Hopefully the image shows up. So people, I'm pretty sure you're wondering why there is an image of Tony Khan, because I think the information came out today or came out yesterday. So in some unredacted court documents, there were 4 companies trying to buy WWE when WWE went on sale. It was Liberty Media, Endeavor, KKR, and the other one was Base 10. Well, we come to find out Base 10 was Tony Khan's company, and Tony Khan wanted to buy WWE for $7 billion.
Yeah, this is back in 2023.
Yeah, back in 2023. So Tony Khan,
what did they end up selling?
$7 billion bid. To I don't know what they sold on. Let me see.
I think it was 10 billion.
Yeah, I think it was 10.
The fact that Tony put up close to that. That's hilarious. Like, what if that deal fell through at TKO?
Endeavor won with
Excuse me,
8.5 billion.
Oh, okay. So
they won with 8.5.
They very well could have seen TK's offer and been like, "Hey, man, AEW wants to buy us."
Pretty much,
man.
So I found that very interesting. And our last story, which will also be the get it off your chest segment at the same time. We got to go ahead and talk about it, people. This gentleman here, Ricochet.
Oh, we're going here.
Yeah, this is our final story of the day. So I don't know what actually prompted the response, but a woman was making fun of Ricochet's acting. And hold on, I think I have the exact tweet. Give me a second. Okay, no, I don't have the tweet, but pretty much the woman was pretty much saying Ricochet acting is still trash. And his response was, "I'm glad you got MS."
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it was like, yikes, Ciola, my man.
Like, that's a little step too far,
My man.
sir.
So, okay. She was responding to the clip of Ricochet losing his mind after losing the national championship.
Yeah.
It was a video of him throwing around trash cans, and she responded to that clip of his acting hasn't improved, and that's when he responded with, "I'm glad you got MS."
Well, that's in character then, if you ask me. But
that's we're going to actually hold on to that. We're going to actually hold on to that, because that's also been a point of contention. But after he said that, he did come back with another tweet that pretty much had said, "It's so hilarious the amount of little bitches who has tweeted and wished harm on me, who has wished even death, and some of the most vile things to me and my wife. People who try to make fun of me every day, but those same little bitches can't take it when I do it back to people. Fucking pussies everywhere." Then, of course, there's been a litany of people going in.
Smell bitch.
And Ricochet. So Ricochet did apologize. He did make an apology tweet. It wasn't one of the things where, it's been reported that it wasn't like the company made him apologize or anything. I guess he just decided that, okay, saying a woman having MS is kind of fucked up. So he did apologize for it, but now the people are like, yeah, his apology ain't sincere. It's some bullshit. So right now, Ricochet is almost kind of in a I can't win for losing situation. But with that being said, Samantha today did post a bunch of screenshots of the death threats that they've been getting. One, and apologies for the things y'all may hear. So I'm just saying it out loud. "I will cut your damn body into pieces and throw it in the river because of your husband is a vile racist. See you soon, you whore. I will cut off your damn head."
What the fuck is she catching these fucking anyways, go ahead.
Another tweet. Oh, not a tweet, but another message. "Good morning. Just wanted to briefly let you know the comments that came from Baldy. Something bad is going to happen. Respectfully tell him to watch his back. Hell, if I got to go to AEW to get him, I will. Hell, I'll get the Death Riders to handle him. Fair warning. You're too beautiful looking. You're too beautiful looking to be with some moron like Baldy." And there's been plenty others. Like she was getting some fucked up messages. Oh, understand something. After what your man did, blood is expected.
Hey, yo.
So, yeah. So
Blood,
Samantha
huh?
and Ricochet have been getting some crazy messages after the response to Ricochet's comment. So I don't know how to ask this question properly, but I'm going to just say it. Is this an overreaction? I mean, of course it's an overreaction, but
I was about to say, hold on a
mainly,
second.
should Ricochet get in trouble for this?
Oh, in the company? No.
Yeah, because there's been word from the curb that, you know, Ricochet could get in trouble. There's been rumors that, you know, his job could possibly be on the line.
I mean, I'd much sooner expect his marriage to be in jeopardy than his job right now. Like, if we're talking about reality of the shit.
Samantha is standing by her man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, props to her, because I mean, he better be hearing an earful from her though about this shit, because look at this shit. She is in jeopardy now just because of this dumb shit. But also, IWC, what the fuck? Like,
hold on, right quick. So before we continue,
is there more? Of course there's more.
No. So Ricochet's apology was, I took my hatred out. I mean, I took my hatred for the IWC on Sandy. I inadvertently affected others who I inadvertently others who are affected by MS. She didn't deserve it, and for that I sincerely apologize. Moving forward, I'll do better. And that's why people were saying his apology is insincere, this is some bullshit, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. Dizzle, I see you over there with the pondering face. So what you got?
I mean, I've been going over this in my head for the past 2 days.
Okay.
And I've landed on my full response for this.
Okay.
Ricochet's response to this, inexcusable. I don't give a shit about the apology. I don't give a shit about him doubling down, whatever. Ricochet has had an issue with being online for the longest, and he needs to stay offline because it's different. It's different thing when it's like you want to be, you know, powwow with your fans and you want to, you know, you want them to be close to you, whatever. But Ricochet has taken that and it's gotten progressively worse. Now, I will say this, just for this instance here, what he says inexcusable, there's no defending it. However, I will say this to play devil's advocate to this situation specifically, because there's a hypothetical there. Ricochet has always been criticized for his promo skills, his acting, or rather lack thereof. And you don't know how somebody will respond to something. Let's just say hypothetically, Ricochet has been trying to trying to work on his acting. He's been trying to just be on the grind and try to say, hey, you know what? This is my weak spot. I'm good in ring. Let me see if I can try to get this better so I can up my stock. And let's say that he's doing what he can and he's putting the work in. Samantha is probably seeing it and he just can't get out of that. You know, he just can't. And so it's like, you don't know. It's like, if I'm going in, putting in the hours after putting the hours in the ring, that may set me off. So that could be the situation there. At the same time, anybody, and this is why I don't fuck with social media like that, because again, it's a waste of fucking time and a waste of space in certain instances. But if you, and this is for anybody in the IWC, regular world, whatever the case is, you put something online, you have to expect that you're going to get everything in between under the fucking sun, whether it's egregiously bad, negative, or egregiously positive. That's the risk that you take with posting stuff online, because you can't expect to understand how somebody's going to react to something regardless of what it is. Now, my thing, because I know that somebody, I seen a few tweets before, but one thing stood out as far as like going back and forth. I'm like, hey, if he said that, match that fucking energy. There was somebody, and it wasn't her, I wish it was, but somebody had responded to Ricochet's comment and said, hey, I hope your next injury that you get is a career ending one. And I'm like, fair. That's a fair response to something like that, because again, you're given what he's given. Now,
Yeah.
people reaching out to sponsors and shit being like, hey, y'all need to cancel, you know, your sponsorship or partnership. I hate that. Like, there's no reason for that. This is Ricochet in itself. Ricochet should not get fired because of and only because of the fact that AEW has not shown that they can be professional. And this goes to Tony Khan as well, because Tony Khan has slipped in comments and shit on Twitter as well. You know, he's been petty enough to do said shit also. So if it's at the top, you can't expect the people under him to then follow suit and then act differently, because he's allowing it. So they need to allow this. As far as Ricochet needs to be the example, not necessarily being fired, but he needs to be the example to show, hey, we need to be professional. We can't allow this to happen anymore. We just can't go off the cuff and say, hey, I'm going to say whatever I want to whoever's online. We need to have some type of decorum and professionalism online, because WWE does it. WWE won't let. Same thing with, you know, the example of Jade and Rhea. When they found out that shit was going to a head, they found a way to say, hey, we got to chill that shit out. Let's go ahead and turn this into a segment on the show to kind of just diffuse some of the shit. They don't let that shit linger for too long. They nip that shit in the butt. AEW needs to operate the same way. So with this, as far as to answer that question, Scoot, no, he shouldn't lose his job. He shouldn't lose anything like that. He should be reprimanded for sure, you know. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, when it comes to, and this will be my get it off your chest, to just go ahead and wrap that shit in there too. Again, to the fucking IWC, stop, because all you're doing is creating a vicious circle with this whole shit. You say he said this shit bad. Now you're sitting death threats to him and his wife. He don't deserve death threats. She don't deserve death threats. I understand that he may have said something egregious and inappropriate. Yes, but there's other ways to handle that and go around it. All you're doing is making it worse for the next person that potentially says something online. Because again, we've had too many situations where you've had a lot of female superstars, whether in WWE, AEW, whatever. Because you had the shit with what? Roxanne Perez. You had the shit with damn, just blanking on Deville, Sonya Deville. You just had recently at the shit where Britt Baker was talking about people showing up at her at her dentistry, which is why she's not doing that anymore. So it's like, you have to stop. Because the more that you allow this shit to go on, it's not gonna just end at words. And there's too many unhinged people in the fucking world that's online right now that all they need is a reason. So chill the fuck out. Now, I don't believe any of these people for the most part. I know that some people are capable of it, but as far as being like, hey, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna cut your head off, I take it with a grain of salt, of course, but I still take that shit lightly. But yeah, man, y'all got to stop. Y'all have to fucking stop. And Ricochet, stay the fuck offline,
please.
Like forever at this point.
Look, and
but
this is real. This is like just ridiculous shit. But Ricochet, you're still the dude that was doing shitty behavior on camera, bro. Like we thought you were better at this by now, but no, you're just still showing us that you're the same, like back in that same bag. I don't like it. Clearly, Liv doesn't like it. Scoot clearly doesn't like it either.
Nah.
Like, and it's only hurting the brand. It's only hurting like how the fans are are reacting. Y'all are some wild fucking animals for that, but. Like, this doesn't bring out the best in anything here.
No.
But I mean, yeah, that's now. That was that situation. Now I will make this announcement that I did mention to Dizzle. Regardless how things fall and regardless how things play, there are still 2 more pay-per-views in the month of April before WrestleMania.
Are you?
We got NXT Stand and Deliver on April 4th, and we have AEW's Dynasty. One more series before Tag Mania.
I knew you were going to tie this back into this.
One more series before Tag Mania.
You trying to give Juggs a shot?
Juggs, Leo, and you. One more series to see who will be taking on Jaeger, or who will be defending against Jaeger at Tag Mania. So April 4th and April 12th.
Defending against me?
1 month. Yeah, against you. You were the Rumble winner.
I'm lined up to fight you, sir.
Nah, I mean, I could lose at the Dynasty. I could be.
Could
be. So one more. I saw those two lined up and I was like, let's go for it. So one more series before Mania.
Yeah, so people die in movies, man.
That it 1000%. But hey, blaze of glory if it happens. But with that being said, this episode of this supersized edition of TMI is over with. And I'm going ahead and pass it on over. Exactly right. Brought to you by the creators. Now, I'm going to pass it on over to Lip Dizzle and let him do that thing that he do oh so well.
Of course. Now, as I'll come to you as a defeated man, I sit with a smile on my face. But whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave all your comments, questions, concerns down below. Leave your congratulations down for Scoot, if you will, or care to. But yeah, make sure that you tag the like button, tag notification bell, as well as tag that subscribe button. Make sure that you are getting updated, notified on any and everything that we drop on a weekly basis. Go ahead and check out Kicking It With Leo's channel. Go ahead and check out Juggs' channel. See what they drop and got going on that end. Show them some love and support as well. Now, let me go ahead and just warm up the good Too Sweet for the Bros, as well as you watching at home with a good old bada 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 bam.
Bam.
And of course, people, as we bid you all adieu until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices again, we bid you all adieu, and until next time, you beautiful, 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 beautiful mother effers. Tag the fucketh. Click, click. Out.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make them same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane. Pray to